Hey guys, the section of violence here. Oh my goodness, we have a fun one for you. We have USA NOCHE, Alexa Grasso taking on Valentina Shevchenko. A few friends of mine are on this card, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into a few fights, but just because I don't really want to give away. If it's public knowledge, then I'll leave it. If it's not public knowledge, I'm not gonna talk about it. Just because I don't want to get in trouble. One and two. Um, yeah, I just kind of got to keep it to a minimum. Moving on. We got Josephine Knutson versus Marnik Man. So Marnik Man, she's a character. She's gritty. She'll fight for the win. She's not gonna quit on herself. She's gonna unless she's like facing a girl like Knutson, in my opinion, who has just too much for her. If she can beat her in the wrestling department, she can find a way to win because Marnik Man has actually pretty good grappling, really good grappling in my opinion, and I feel like she could cause Knutson a lot of problems on the ground. Negative 400 to me is ridiculous. It makes sense because, in my opinion, Knutson's the far better striker and the MMA fighter, but you never know. Marnik Man's grappling is pretty good, man. I gotta go with nuts in here, but it's one of those fights that were like I don't really want to lay chalk on Josephine Knutson when she still has to prove herself against girls like Mardik Man who are grapplers and other type of styles of the sports. She's gonna face tougher opposition, but this isn't tough. Like she should run through Mardik Man, but we'll see. Maybe Mardik pulls off them upset. I wouldn't put it past her. Sawed off. But yeah, Josephine Knutson. I'm gonna have to ride with her, but definitely is. I don't know if this is the spot for me to play or not. I don't know. We'll see. We got Charlie Campbell taking on Alex Reyes. Alex Reyes is he's not great. He's Dominic Reyes' brother, I believe. He's not anything special. Um, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Trains with Team Ayama. So he's got some decent training partners, but like he's facing a guy in Charlie Campbell, who, in my opinion, has seen better grapplers in his gym. He's far better striker. I think he's gonna tune up Alex Reyes. It's gonna be an interesting fight. I think Reyes might have a chance, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Charlie Campbell gets him out of there in the first round. Interesting fight. 6 year layoff, in my opinion, is just too much. I just can't. I can't see it. I can't see it, but you never know. He's 13-3. Maybe it's for a reason. We'll see though. Um, yeah, Charlie Campbell, first round. Moving on, we got Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasmine is a very, very good fighter. That's all I'm gonna say. She probably one of my favorite girls fighters to watch. She breaks girls. Um, Tracy's coming to wrestle Jazz, lay on top of her, steal rounds. That's how she likes to fight. She never goes for finishes because she's just not good enough to finish a fight. Um, you know, I'm not gonna get into weaknesses here, but I'm just gonna say this. Like I said, I have to be selective with what I say here. I'm gonna be uh, weaknesses. First of all, I don't want to give anyone any information on what I know. Um, as far as certain things. But Tracy Cortez, in my opinion, all I'm gonna say is this should be public knowledge. Tracy is very, very, I wouldn't say soy, but she's not here to like, take the win from her opponent. She's there to just edge by, like going to a split decision with Justine Kish, for example. I think Jasmine is just she hits too hard. She's too aggressive. Her cardio is good. Her wrestling is good. She's a gamer. She's a savage. She's gonna outstrike Tracy. Her clinch is good. Everything about Jasmine's game is pretty much solid. Obviously, she's closing up the holes she has. But she's always working away in the gym. She's such a hard worker, and I honestly can't see Tracy winning this fight other than maybe a fluke split decision from like I don't know somehow ending up on top and controlling. You know, I got Jasmine here. Um, obviously, be careful. But I like Jasmine here a lot. Moving on, we got Edgar Shiras here versus Daniel Lacerda. Lacerda, man, he's a bum. He's a talented bum. He's got some decent talent on the feet. Um, but he has cardio issues, and it's just not going to change. It's not going to change. Edgar Shiras is not the guy you want to play games with. I feel like round one, Lacerda is your only real option to play him. Shiras, in my opinion, is tough enough to survive the flurries. I gotta go with Shiras here. I feel like his boxing is underrated, and I feel like he's gonna be able to deal with Lacerda's kicks. His jiu-jitsu is solid. I think Shiras is gonna win this fight. I rate him too highly here. Um, I don't like Lacerda at all. I think he is fraudulent. Not even fraudulent, just terrible. Um, he's got some jiu-jitsu. He's athletic in round one, but he gasses quick, man. And Shiras does not. He puts on a pace. So I'm going to go with Edgar Shiras here for Viva Mexico. Moving on, we got oh shit. What's that? Thought I burnt my food. Ah. I'm just a normal guy, guys. Don't treat me like I'm anything different. Especially, hopefully one day I make it. I don't want to be treated any different as well. But yeah, guys. Edgar Shiras. In my opinion, he's gonna win this fight later, rounds two or three. In my opinion, a nice little. Oh, I'll get into that later. But I like Edgar Shiras here, and I'm gonna take him. Moving on, we have Roman Coppola versus Josh Frem. This card's pretty straightforward, other than a few spots. But I got Roman Coppola here. Could Frem wrestle, like have his way in the wrestling? Maybe. Coppola has been training wrestling defense for so long now. I feel like he's just accustomed to guys trying to wrestle him. I feel like he wins this fight every day of the week. Roman is a way better striker, and I feel like he's gonna catch Frem, put him away. I got Coppola here. He is a monster, and he is a problem if you want to fight him. But yeah, Josh Fremt, he's going to be hopefully looking to shock the world. Moving on, we have Elise Reed versus Lupita Godinez. So this is an interesting one. So Lupita Godinez, she's a very aggressive fighter. She used to be a little more reserved. Now she's become a lot more aggressive. Her boxing, she's very boxing heavy, and I do feel like she has the ability to break Elise in the later rounds. Elise is gonna look to outpoint her, land the bigger shot. She does have power in her hands. I feel like if she can't get respect in the feet with her hands, it's gonna be a quick night for Lupita. But I think Lupita wins this regardless. She's better everywhere. It's just a matter of the range and then how she performs. Lupita sometimes doesn't live up to her talent, so we'll see. I got Lupita here, but I'm not paying chalk for it. It's kind of like the nuts and deal. Moving on, we have Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson, let's go. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm rooting for my boy. Yeah, Padilla's a beast. This is a hard fight for Kyle. Um, you know, most of these guys in the UFC are hard fights. Like Tracy's gonna be a hard fight for Jazz. It's gonna be I just think Kyle is a beast. He's got the ability here. If I was Kyle, I'd say the best path to victory would be. I can't say. Anyways, moving on. We got Christos Giagos versus Daniel Sahuber. Christos Giagos here. I like Giagos, man. To be honest, I don't know. It's been really hard for me to get behind Zellhuber. He gets confused, frustrated, and when he can't fight at his range and his tempo, he doesn't know how to deal with it. I'm gonna lean Zellhuber just off of talent and young and youth, and I don't know, maybe he'll do the right things this time. But man, Giagos could just take a playbook out of God, I can't remember his name. Troy something. I don't know. I don't even remember his name. Honestly, the guy's got great jiu-jitsu though. Just like his last opponent who he lost to. I feel like if he can get him down, take the back, he can just ride him out for the whole round. I'm gonna side with Huber just because Yago's chin is just not my liking, but I do think this is a hard fight to call. I'm gonna go with Huber though. Viva Mexico. I feel like he'll be more motivated fighting for his home country. Moving on, we have Terrence Mitchell versus Rahul Rosas Jr. Always fade Alaska FC. Terrence Mitchell is very, very weak. His jiu-jitsu is okay. His wrestling is okay. It's not to the level of Rosas Jr. I feel like Rosas Jr. is going to absolutely obliterate him once it touches the mat. Rosas Jr. all day. Easy money. Um, moving on. I don't even really want to talk about Terrence Mitchell, to be honest. He showed nothing in his last fight. Moving on. Kevin Holland versus Jack Della Maddalena. So this was an interesting one because everyone is saying how, oh, Jack's fight IQ, it's going to cost him in this fight. It's like, man, he's fighting a guy with a bad fight IQ as well, who's made, in my opinion, worse mistakes. I got Jack Della Maddalena here because of the boxing. I feel like Kevin Holland is going to leave himself open with the Philly show. Nice body shots. I feel like he's going to be I feel like he could get dropped with a body shot here. I'm going to go with Maddalena by decision, but it's a really interesting fight. Holland's tough as nails. That's the only reason I'm giving him the respect to go to a decision. But Holland could also win by a submission, club and sub. It's an interesting fight, man. I like Maddalena though. I got him at plus money. I'm gonna ride it out. Moving on, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso is an absolute dime show, and she is an absolute beast. Beautiful boxing, some nice jiu-jitsu, solid. She's strong, solid. Um, she's talented. She makes the right decisions. The thing with her though is she doesn't wrestle very well, and Shevchenko can wrestle. I do think if Shevchenko sticks to a proper game plan, this could be an easy fight for her. Will she stick to that game plan? I don't know. I'm gonna go with Alexa Grasso here, just because I feel like she's gonna ride the momentum. Viva Mexico. I just feel like this is her night. Could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with Alexa Grasso here. I could change my prediction, but for now it's gonna be Grasso. This is an interesting night of fight, guys. I have a lot of max plays in this card so far, so if you're in the Discord in the VIP section, you know what's up. But yeah, if you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord, get on the Patreon, join up. Let's make some money, guys. It's not even like I'm charging like $100, 200 a pick, like most people. It's like $10 a month. That's insane return on investment. Join while you can. I might not even end up having. I might keep plays to myself if it keeps up, or just post, because to be honest, like I don't need to do this. I don't need to post plays. I do it because I want you guys to win. But if you guys don't want my help, then I might just, take my ball and just, go and buy a shed somewhere, Anyways, guys, like, subscribe. I'll give you guys my top five most confident picks. Number one, I'd have to say Raul Rosas Jr. Number two would um have to be Charlie Campbell. Number three would have to be Josephine Knudsen and Roman Kopylov. Number four would have to be Edgar Shirez and Jasmine Jasuda Vicious. And number five would have to be uh man, this is a tricky number five. I'd have to say Lupita Godinez would have to be number five. All right, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll catch you next time.